Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Peralta's Play. Today, we are looking at April 2026, and this has been a pretty slow month, actually. More from my side than from the gaming side, because I've been sort of like ups and downs with really streaming in general. I've been struggling to get online. I've been struggling to go live. There's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of things have changed recently, and I'm not going to go into all the details, of course, but obviously hoping this doesn't last forever. But for the time being, April was a lot slower of a month as a result. So we're going to go through and discuss what we did have there, see what's coming up, show you guys what's coming up, which a lot of it I am actually very excited about, and then we'll continue on to some trailers as we usually do. Again, other exciting stuff there, and as always, keep that kind of what we've been doing and what we're going to be doing going. So last month, as you guys remember, we finished with some Pocopia, but obviously we're starting from here now. So Gears of War 3. So this is a game that I played with Nate and Lily, who are obviously good friends of the channel. You guys have heard from them before, and we smashed it out pretty swiftly. I think it was over 2 days we smashed out Gears of War 3, and then the week after we did Ram's Shadow, the larger DLC for Gears 3. Now, of course, I was playing this on cloud gaming, Xbox's cloud gaming, and there was parts where it was a struggle, and even then you had input lag, but it was fun. I did enjoy it, and what a story. To be honest, I do want to go back in, and actually my favorite part was Ram's Shadow. I enjoyed playing as Ram, but I do want to go back in. Obviously, we want to get Judgment done, and then we'll be on to Gears 4 and 5 ahead of E-Day, which is releasing later this year as well. So that's going to be something on the docket at some point, potentially. In fact, we could possibly play it now with 3 having ended, but I'm not certain if that's the case or if we're going to need a little bit more context even still. So we shall see. But 3 more games to the Gears franchise to get us up to date. That's not including Gears Tactics as well. So plodding along with that as well, which is great. And then we've had some Baldur's Gate sessions come back. I feel like Baldur's Gate is one of those ones where we get a good rhythm going, and then we stop again, and then we start again. And that's just the nature of it's almost like a D&D campaign in and of itself. Just timing and making sure it lines up for everyone. So, it is what it is, but it's nice when we get a good run of it. So we got some Baldur's Gate done. We got 2 sessions done, equaling about 5.5 hours, which is great. And we're going to be doing some more today as well on stream. For those watching on stream today, we're going to be jumping back in. So we're going to be on session 14. So technically the start of May, well, apart from this one, this video here, the start of May, starting out with some Baldur's Gate 3. But yes, really enjoyed Baldur's Gate. We're in Act 2 now, which is also great because I've never gotten this far in the game. I've started Baldur's Gate so many times. I've played, like I was playing during like the earlier versions of the game even, and just never got particularly far at all, if I'm honest, just because that's it was always like, oh, I want to start fresh when they bring this out. I want to start fresh when they bring that out. And then like I kind of eventually thought, right, I'll just wait until they said they're done with the game, and then I'll kind of go in and do a proper run. And that's what obviously I'm doing now, of course, with Ash, Gigita, and Zindello. But yes, we did. If you guys want a recommendation, I actually genuinely recommend watching this episode about The Last Light In. We have the fight there, and we failed it in like 2 seconds flat. So then we had to save scum to get back to where we want to be, because we didn't want that fight to fail. So that's a fun one to watch there, in all honesty. SWTOR, we did a big helping of SWTOR this month. I think it was because it was a little bit of a comfort game, and now I don't usually go for these. Some people have asked me this before, what's your comfort game? And my answer is I don't have one. I don't have a game I go back to consistently. I'm here. Hello, Ridrix. But my phones are my headphones are dead. 1 second. No worries, Ridrix. No worries at all. So we did a lot of SWTOR, just kind of to keep myself comfy and to keep myself feeling like I was doing something whilst also not having like an over in depth game to kind of struggle on with. So congrats on first, Ridrix. We finished the Sith Warrior storyline. So across these 1, 2, 3, 4 5 videos, we smashed the end of the Sith Warrior main story. So like from 1 to 50. Arguably the character is only at 47 or so because we got a little bit underleveled. But that's fine. That's no worries at all. I'm very happy to have gotten one of the stories done. We've already voted for the next story we're going to do, which is Trooper. And we already voted for the species that character is going to be, which is Miri Allen, which is kind of hilarious because my original character, my original Trooper was also a Trooper that was Miri Allen and was also where my name came from. So it feels like kismet in a little way with that one. My character was called, like, well, you couldn't put a second name at that point, but I did roleplay on SWTOR at that point, and it was called, my character was called Rennie and Peralta. So like it feels very full circle to come back and kind of be going in to play a Trooper Miri Allen again. So that'll be something we'll be doing in due course. Now, going back over for a second, Little Nightmares. This is a redemption that Tater asked for as part of PP Partython, which of course we are still going through the rewards of. And I did enjoy it. We got through, was it 2 chapters? I think, potentially. And then we have like 3 more chapters to go, plus the DLC. But very much intended to go back and play this. I haven't because my mind is melty at the moment. And I don't know if I have the intellect to do what I need to do in that game at current, but we'll see if that changes soon and we can get back and finish that, because it was fun and I see why people like the game. Just me dumb, me stupid, me lose brain cells. So very nice, very cool game, very atmospheric. A little bit, obviously, of that horror trope without going too crazy on it. But yes, I did enjoy that. So more of that to come. Pocopia, we did a little bit more Pocopia, but as you can see by the titling, it's the epilogue stuff. So it was just me kind of wanting to play a little bit on stream, finish a few different tasks and show people some of the building stuff I had been doing. So not huge amounts to say there. Still enjoying the game, still playing a lot of it. I think the world's called Pocopia fever. So keep loving seeing the builds. We've got a Cloud Island now where a few of I'd say the community, but I'll probably get wrong for that, but a few friends have we've been building and kind of stuff like that. So maybe we'll get I'll do a demonstration of the Cloud Island at some point. That might be on the cards. We shall see. Next up, Overwatch release season 2. Now I didn't do what I usually do. I usually do a long stream. I actually did more of a little update video where I went in, showed everyone what was new with the season, the events that were on, had a little look at Sierra in the practice range, and that was really it. Largely because I wasn't feeling too great still at this point. I feel like I'm saying that a lot in this one, but I wasn't feeling super great, so I thought this was going to be a good way of doing a video without feeling like I was... what's the word? Without feeling I was letting myself down at the same time. It was a happy compromise for me. So I'm glad we did that there. Then Layers of Fear. Now, you guys will remember we did Layers of Fear last time around, and we did the majority of, we did the base game and the first DLC. This is the second DLC for Game 1, even though it's part of the same game in this parceled up version. So that was very, I actually got a lot more scared at this one. If you guys watched the other two, not scared much at all. In this one, I was getting pretty petrified. I don't know whether it was because I played it later at night or what, but I enjoyed this one a lot, and I got very involved because we were all very, very dedicated to getting the musician out alive, and I think we did. I think we got the good ending, but I don't know for certain, but it felt that way to me. So I'm very happy about that. That was fun. So we still have Game 2 to play. That is on the cards as well. Similar to Little Nightmares, it's when I have the brain juice for it. We'll get there. Rivals. Let's talk about Rivals. And that's going to pretty much bring us up to the end, aside from Windrose. But Rivals. So 7.5 dropped. We got Black Cat. I love Black Cat. I really enjoyed playing Black Cat. one of my new favorite characters jumped from 0 hours to 6 hours pretty quickly. I haven't been playing the PvP mode much at the moment, though, because they've released the PvE mode, Blood Hunt. That's been taking up a lot of my time when I have been jumping on the game because it's so fun. Basically, compared to the zombies PvE mode, they've done so much. Blood Hunt is so fun. It really is, Ridrix. They've just really stepped up their game. It's all about gearing now. It's about picking a build for your character through ability choices, a lot more than the first time round. And you get loads of rewards for like going through with different characters. And there's like a golden accessory you can get. And there's loads of reasons to play Blood Hunt. That's really fun and really engaging. And of course, there's a story mode to it, and the idea that you're going against Dracula and then going against Kingpin, who tries and betrays you, is really fun, and I really enjoy that. So this is the story experience video here. And then this video here shows Nightmare 1 to 40. Now, there is up to Nightmare, as I've seen so far. I don't know how many there actually is at the like real end. But Nightmare 160 I've seen up to. That's on the leaderboard in-game. But this was 1 to 40. I've done more. I'm currently sat at Nightmare 100, but it was just kind of me and Gagita playing off stream in chill time. So I haven't got recording of that. But we are now at Nightmare 100, which I'm pretty happy about. Basically, at this point, I have a few achievements for some of the other characters that I didn't play because I was doing Jeff a lot in this one and Punisher to start with. We've got a lot of achievements for the other characters and basically farming out the Kingpin accessory now because you get 60 guaranteed parts if you get to 120, which I still need to get to 120, but then the other ones you have to farm from like doing Nightmare 21 anywhere up from 21 to any of the levels after that, basically. So what the intent is, I think, for Gagita and I, is that when we get to 120, we've got the guaranteed ones. We'll jump down to 21 and just keep hammering it until we get the last accessories. So very excited about this mode, which is ironic because we're then going to talk about this mode here, which is the Avengers mode. And this is to promote the Path to Doomsday. And some of the stuff they put in the store is really cool. They've put a few emotes in which are lackluster, but they made a really great Loki skin and a really great Iron Man skin. And they made a really cool lobby screen, which arguably was overpriced, but still cool. And I love those stuff, and I liked the stuff in Times Square. There was like photo ops opportunities, which are a really cool way of kind of making you feel like the Avengers. You could go in and like it's got them posed like some of the iconic shots from that first Avengers movie. The game mode itself is utterly boring, dull, unworthy of your time, and I genuinely mean that. There's no achievements, there's no rewards. It is a reskinned. Loki has some new abilities, basically, but everything is the same. It's an older map. It's not even a new map. This is perhaps you can see it there. The Avengers mode is a letdown. I love Marvel's Avengers. I don't ever really slander the game. This, I really hope they book their ideas up for the next ones, because I do not want another mode of that, because that will be like a real letdown if they're all going to end up like that every time. And I think the other ones won't be. I think this is probably that they felt rushed and they were working on Blood Hunt at the same time, and so they had to cut corners for this first one. I'm really hoping the other ones won't all be PvP experiences, because I think a PvE experience going against the Chitauri would have been a really good way of, like, I think Blood Hunt should have been kept for later, and they should have done like that kind of level of depth for the Avengers, and then done Blood Hunt down the line. Or there's another thing here about content release strategy, right? I would have released the Avengers mode first and then Blood Hunt just after, because Blood Hunt would have better covered the faux pas that was the phoned-in mode of the Loki versus the Avengers PvP. Sorry. So anyway, that's Rivals. So Rivals is at very, very high highs and very, very low lows at the moment. The game's fine. The game's still good, and generally the normal game I'm enjoying still. I mean, Black Cat was a really cool addition. But what the hell? The level of the difference in quality was insane here. And lastly, but not least, Windrose. Played a little bit of Windrose. Ridrix and Tato were both discussing it, and I decided to buy it and have a little try of it. I enjoyed it. I do want to play more of it. I was frustrated with the starter experience a little bit, but I did like the vibe. And that's all I can really say on that one, because I didn't play loads and loads. As you guys can see, it was 2 hours, and usually I formulate a lot more of an opinion on the game than that, because I usually play more of it. But I haven't played more than the 2 hours as yet. So I will maybe do some more Windrose at some point, but don't hold your breath, because I can basically barely stream at the moment, because I'm trying to find my energy to stream normally, never mind stream something that's like sort of like tangential, tertiary at best. So that's on the cards maybe for down the line, but it is there. I did try it, and I'm glad I tried it at the very least. Now let's move on to what we're looking at trailers wise this week. I've sort of handpicked ones that I'm very interested in. That was loud. That was great. That was greatly loud. That was very loud. So first off, Star Wars Galactic Racer. I think this looks actually incredibly, like, really stunning. The graphics look great. I can't wait for this. We will all be playing this 100%. So this is like Naboo N1 livery. But look at those environments. I hate when IGN does this. IGN, get it off my screen. I can hide at the top. But let's just look at that first bit again. Look at those environments, man. This will be like a community night very often once this comes out. October 6th. Keep the date, guys. I know it just says Burr 6 on my screen, but October 6th. So that's very exciting. Obviously, we've got a date now. You can wishlist it on Steam. I think you can also pre-order it now as well. So very excited about that. Keep an eye out for that. We shall be playing upon release. Next up, Dune Awakening. Update 1.4. I'd be like Suburban Sabotage Your Pod. You see the outrage at this? No, I didn't. What happened? They changed the last DLC in the season pass into a cosmetic DLC. Oh, I did not know that they were doing that. That's really bad. Oh my days. That's ridiculous. So this is what they mean? Oh, yeah, I remember that, Ridrix. You're right. So what are they doing with that then now? Have they clarified anything? May 19th. They turn it into just cosmetics. Are they not doing that at all now, or are they trying to make people pay for it like again? What's the intent? That's really bad. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it was being taken up the space of the other DLC on the pass. I have no idea. Well, guys, this went from look, this is kind of cool. This is interesting to fuck you. Is it Funcom? Fuck you guys. very quickly. I love Dune. I think they've done such a good job with the game, but if they're doing something like that, that's embarrassing. They need to sort that out. Has kind of fucked up with Dune Awakening. Yeah, I agree. And it was a game that got really rave following at the beginning, so that's not great. That's upsetting. Anyway, let's move on to something a little bit more exciting then, a little bit more less doom and gloom. Oh, that was very loud straight away. Thank you for that. This is Blood of Dawnwalker. I think everyone's excited for this.
Go in.
I want you to watch. What did you do to me? Where are they? Where are my family?
Jesus. The coronation. It's in 30 days.
So Princess wants to be a prince now. And mark the occasion with my family's blood.
Princess will rip you to shreds. There might be another way. If you are to stand a chance, you need to prepare. You need to take risks. Find allies.
I have no love for Princess's regime. He is a vile monster.
Some have already taken up arms, haven't they?
A Vrakir joining the rebellion? Are you serious? What on earth are you?
It's as if the Vrakir in you is dormant during the day and awakens with nightfall.
You're not the only one wanting to see Brent's turn to ash. We're in for a rough time. Follow me and do your best to survive.
It's easy to go a step too far. Go down a path you can't turn back from.
I think it's high time you tell me what the hell is going on.
In the end, it's every man for himself.
As I see it, we're both far beyond redemption.
Doesn't mean we should kill people on a whim. I'm just trying to save my family. Good. Bad. Fairy tales. People tell themselves to preserve their sanity.
September. Okay. Reading chat quick. I want this, but I don't know if I feel it's 60 quid's worth. At least it looks more like Kunari than Tash did in Veilguard. I didn't mind Tash's design so much. I sort of hated more the player character Kunari design. I think that was more the issue for me. But not entirely incorrect. Yeah, looking. I think I'll play this. I think it's very obviously it's got a lot of Witcher devs on it, and you can see that. If you didn't tell me this, if you literally just changed this guy's hair to being silver, you'd think it was The Witcher. But yeah, very excited for this. I think it's a game that's a little bit different, and regards the vampire stuff. Look at the Wild Heart trailer. Okay, I'll have a look at that in a second. The vampire idea and like the idea of advancing time and like the idea that there's certain decisions that will advance the time, but it's not like you can still go and do all the side questing and looking around and stuff like that, is a nice little way of giving some urgency without making you feel like you have to like race through the game. So I do like that, and I think it's going to be fun to see more. If you want to see a deep dive, there's a 13-minute deep dive as well. Obviously, I'm not going to show that on stream. That's a lot to kind of sit through. So we do have one more to do, but I'll do Wild Heart first. Wild Heart trailer. Seeing as though Ridrix has asked for it. 1 second. Is this the one? Wild Heart.
The old stories never spoke of heroes standing alone. They spoke of paths walked together, of firelight shared beneath cold stars. Check your packs and step back into places the
It's done by
world
10
has
devs?
tried
Wow.
to forget.
That's D&D Light. Okay. Yeah, I can see the influence. The world looks pretty. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that's a big boy. Yeah, it just look cool. I can see why you'd be excited for that, Redrix. Yeah, definitely. I'm not adding another game to my list, but I can see why people would want to play that. That's cool. Right. Guys, this is a big one now. This is a big one. This is a long trailer, so I'm largely not going to talk through this. But this is the teaser trailer for Final Fantasy XIV Evercold. Now, I want to let you guys know that I am intending to try and get up to date, get a streamer character made, and get us from 1 to 100 ahead of this expansion releasing in January next year. Because I think it'd be really cool to go through. I've got a shiver down my spine from saying that. Evercold. I think it'd be cool for us to go through this on stream. So let's watch the trailer for Evercold. I'll stop you guys when I'll maybe break it down a little bit. Oh, 1 second. There Okay, so I'm actually going to break down this trailer a little bit. So, if anyone doesn't want spoilers for anything that was released in patch 7.5, which was released a week after this trailer, cover your ears. We are nerdgasming, Jaybird. So cover your ears. So this is the Crystal of Azem, and this is the thing we found through preservation. These things in patch 7.5 end up creating a golden bridge, a golden pathway, essentially, for the Warrior of Light to go from the source to one of the reflections. And I'm not going to explain more than that. I'm trying to keep this as small, like as undetailed as possible. So my thought is, what is going to happen here? In fact, you know what? That's what I'm going to say for now. I'm going to say that, and we're going to keep going, and I'll let the theory build up as we go through. So, next piece of advice, evidence here. Unite the stars unto one. So the idea is, and this is sort of expounded upon in 7.5 as well, is that the different reflections of the source are coming back together by natural design. And yeah. I don't know if this is going to be DMCA'd, by the way.
It's my favourite story.
Oh, you know it better than me by now. But if you insist.
Yes! All right, I'm ready. Tell me about the Promised Land.
Long ago.
Part number 3. This looks like Yggdrasil. Keep that in mind.
In a time few yet recall, life prospered, for the world was rich in plenty. Majestic trees stood sentinel over lands without end. From towering peaks sprang rivers, flowing into and feeding great seas. And noble kingdoms flourished, wanting for naught.
That, which we just saw in the air, was the same Golden Gate.
But then came the relentless ice. The world grew cold.
The world grew cold, much like Fimble Winter. Was it Alphinaud? It was, yes. Alphinaud was there, yes. The world grew cold, much like Fimble Winter, if you guys will remember from God of War Ragnarok is a really good use of a shorthand for Norse culture, but very similar to that. The world goes cold before Ragnarok, the end of the world.
Cold and still, men succumbed to bitter sorrow. And as we struggled to survive, they marched, and all was lost. We had no choice but to flee to the sky.
Important to note they're all giants, much like at Ragnarok, how there's loads of giants, plus giants, etc. So this guy, he has an eye of an ancient. He also has his other eye. I missed it there a little bit, but his other eye isn't there. Guess who that's reminiscent of? Odin.
And then what happened?
The land below became a frozen waste. But everything changed when they arrived.
The traveler. The one from the sky.
Aye, though in those days we knew them as far wanderer.
So, we're doing a Godless Realm saga. Oh yeah, he's Odin, a literal god. Think about this though, right? Ragnarok is where all the gods die. My theory is, and this is sort of supported by some of the stuff they showed during the rest of the Final Fantasy Fan Fest, is that essentially what is the plan here is we will go to the fourth, which is the reflection that this is based on, and we will go through each zone. Much like the raids during Shadowbringers, we're going to bring back ether from the other reflections into this one. Because if you look at any of the art they showed off for the zones, none of them are icy. There's like lava, there's like breezy areas, there's like water-filled area. Like, I genuinely think the idea will be during this expansion, we will go to one of these zones each, and we will bring back one of the elements into that zone, and that will basically stabilize this world, but connect all the others, basically like a Bifrost, and in doing so, create the world tree. That's my thought process. I think basically at that point you'll have a scenario where people can, like the original, the source, people can reach the source and these are the worlds, and essentially you will have the stars united into one, but they're not going to mess up any of the previous zones and stuff because you'll still be able to go to those because they still exist as they are, but the reflections exist as different worlds on the world tree. That's my thought process. I'm documenting it now in case it does come true, so I can go, ha! I said it. In Peralta's Plate, April 2026. But that looks like the plan in my head, and I'm very excited to play this. Obviously, it is coming out soon. January 2027. Not soon. It's coming out later. Not soon. I said soon. It's coming out a while away, is what I meant to say. But they've changed a lot of the stuff, and it's obviously not easy to show it because a lot of it was during FanFest. It was streamed, so it'd be like you'd have to go through and kind of find it all. They're really reworking a lot of stuff for Evercold. This is like a new chapter for FF in general, and I'm really excited to see it come to fruition. So we will be getting to a point, hopefully, pray for me, that we are ready for that when it comes out. I'm really excited to do that. I'm really excited to get up to date and be at the stream, play this on stream with you guys. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, so that is Peralta's Plate for this month. It was very short this month, admittedly. I mean, it's been a long enough video, but it's been short in regards like what we've actually done this month. But hopefully May is going to be a little bit different. I've got a week off in May, and that's for 007 First Light. That comes out this month. We've got a few other games coming out here and there as well, so and updates for other games and stuff as well. So keep an eye out for the month of May. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. Those watching on Twitch, stick around. Those watching on YouTube, this is the end of the video. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.